Welcome to Overlooked Pearls, a show where I test out strange ideas nobody spends their time thinking about. Today's topic, Illaoi Support. Illaoi is easily one of my favorite characters to play. Her kit and her design feel so good to use. But one cannot always play top lane, unfortunately, and with the current state of top lane, I'm not even sure how Illaoi would perform. But rejoice, because you can also play Illaoi as a support. Gentlemen, let's get to work. Illaoi may not have CC or enchanter abilities, but she brings a different kind of utility with her. Her E ability, Test of Spirit, is an unusual poking ability. It drags out an enemy's soul for Illaoi's team to damage. Any damage done to the soul is transferred to the linked person. When the soul dies, the enemy linked to the soul is slowed and starts spawning tentacles. The tentacles then slap the hell out of the poor soulless person. Now at first glance, this just sounds like unreliable poke with extra steps. Why do this when you can just play Xerath and poke them directly? That's because Illaoi allows her ADC to participate in the poke. When you poke as Xerath, you're not really helping your ADC do damage. Your entire job is to poke them with your damage and hopefully get them weak enough for your ADC to kill. That can sometimes be difficult early because without items, your damage isn't lethal yet. With Illaoi, she doesn't need to deal all the damage herself. Her ADC will help her out. And while the tentacles spawning after the soul might not hit the target, during the time they are linked to the soul, it is guaranteed free damage. To put it simply, you are turning the enemy into a punching bag for your ADC. Now tell me that isn't an attractive prospect. Illaoi also pairs up really well with late game ADCs. Late game ADCs are weak early, so giving them a free punching bag is really helpful. Shooting the soul at a safe range keeps both the ADC and Illaoi safe. Her tentacles spawning on walls are a great deterrent to any aggressive bot laners, keeping them at bay. If they push in, you kill them in your tentacle domain. If they play passive, you get to freeze wave in front of tower and buy time for your ADC to scale. It creates a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. If they stay in range for CS, they get poked for free. If they get out of range of soul to escape poke, they miss CS. It's a great way to starve the enemy ADC. Illaoi also has really strong 1v2 potential. Illaoi's ult is designed to fight multiple people at once, spawning an extra tentacle for each person hit. This can win 2v2 fights bot or straight up deny a gank from the enemy jungler. Trust me, nothing is more tilting than coming to gank bot and end up dying because Illaoi decided to ult you and your bot lane.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. All of them.
Oh.
Right
Okay.
there. Alright, great. Holy
No, Woody,
shit.
no! You died, damn it! I couldn't protect you, I'm so sorry.
Holy shit. Well, we killed 3 though.
No, the plan was to kill all of them. What do you not get?
Okay. Alright.
Imagine calling Illaoi 200 years.
TLDR, play Illaoi to give your ADC a free punching bag and deny every gank in existence. Let's talk runes. We will be using Dark Harvest over Conqueror because unlike top lane Illaoi, she won't get a lot of opportunities to brawl. In bot lane, she is more of a poke support, so taking Dark Harvest is a good idea, especially when you can activate it on the souls you rip out of people. That's right folks, the soul Illaoi rips out is treated similar to the actual player hitbox. The soul can activate Dark Harvest, First Strike, and Electrocute. This allows for safe and easy Dark Harvest stacks, as well as speeding up the kill time on the soul. With that out of the way, here's the recommended rune page. Start Dark Harvest, go for Taste of Blood for sustain, Eyeball Collection for maximum damage, then Ravenous Hunter or Ultimate Hunter for either more lifesteal or more ults. For second tree, take Presence of Mind for mana sustain, and Coup de Grace to kill souls faster and tend to slap people harder. Take whatever adaptives you need and you're ready to rock. Take Spectral Sickle as the support item. You're gonna be poking with Q and hitting the clone for a lot of money. Smack a lot, earn a lot. Get that moolah. Aim for Frostfire Gauntlet. It's a cheap tank item that still lets Illaoi do damage. The usual support mythics don't provide Illaoi with much, and bruiser items are a bit expensive, so Frostfire Gauntlet will be your best bet. Buy Balmy Cinder, then Shoes. Complete Frostfire, then complete Boots. For Boots, you have the usual options. Armor Boost for Armor, Merc Treads for MR and Tenacity. Complete your build with some more tank items or some AD items. Thormail or Executioners for anti-heal, Spirit Visage for MR and healing, Deadman's for armor and mobility, Titanic Hydra for that damage, finish off with a Warding Wardstone or whatever else you need. You can try to fit a Sterix Gauge in there if you feel decently ahead. You can also buy Serpent's Fang if you need to break shields, but be warned, you will be a little squishy with that. Comment down below about your favorite mythic to build on Illaoi. Are you a gore drinker type beat, or are you an old school Trinity Force kind of guy? I'd love to hear your thoughts, especially in this current season. With that said, be flexible and build for the situation. Level 1, you either take Q or E. Most of the time, you'll take E to have access to your poke ability in lane at once. But in overly passive matchups where the enemy will be hiding behind minions, it might be better to take Q to poke them through the minion wave. Take W at level 3. In general, just follow this diagram right here. We want to max out our E to decrease the cooldown and harass the enemy as much as possible. Q is max second for damage, W is max last because leveling it does not decrease its cooldown. Another important skill to learn with Illaoi is her passive, aka Tentacle Spawner, aka Hentai Machine. Every 20 seconds, a tentacle will spawn the wall closest to Illaoi. This timer decreases with higher levels. Always try to set up a tentacle on each wall, one riverside and one on the map wall. This will help in damaging the ripped soul since there'll be a tentacle on either side of the lane to smack it. It is also harder for enemies to dodge 2 tentacles because 2 is more than 1. Alright, let's break down the game plan. Illaoi is really weak level 1, so play passive and only look to trade with your E. At level 3, you'll have access to your full combo and you'll be able to beat them out of lane. But until level 6, you're not going to have that anti-gank capability, so maintain vision and don't overcommit. Always be looking for opportunities to hook a soul of your E, but don't throw it out if you think you're gonna miss. The cooldown on E is 16 seconds at level 1, which is pretty lengthy, and the moment you miss your E, you no longer have zone control against the enemy bot lane, causing them to play more aggressive and removing your planted tentacles in the process. Don't miss your E if you can help it. Use your Q when the enemy tries to go for minions. This allows you to do consistent poke and regain health and mana thanks to your passive and presence of mind rune. If the enemy outranges you and is poking you down, you can use Q on the wave to regain some HP as well. Always try to stay near a tentacle. You can use W to engage by leaping on the enemy and activating your tentacles, or towards a minion to dodge skill shots and clear waves. You can also hit a minion to swing the tentacle in the enemy's direction. Those are the early game basics. Be oppressive, but don't be stupid. Maintain area control of tentacles and watch out for junglers. Come mid game, you should have Frostfire and a moderate amount of Dark Harvest stacks. With your ult, you can now 1vx to an effective extent. Play more aggressive and set up tentacles constantly. Push wave your tentacles and keep poking people with E. If the jungler comes, be patient and wait for them to close the gap. You want to hit your E or else you will die. Once you hit the E, pop out on the jungler and their soul. The more people the better since you can spawn more tentacles, but 2 targets should be enough. The jungler and their soul. Now one of Illaoi's weaknesses is that she is not a roamer. So stay put in lane. Continue pushing lane to completion. Participate in as many teamfights as you can. Illaoi's kit is very strong for teamfighting. One good ult can help easily win a teamfight, like a complete team wipe. Other than that, focus on grabbing a soul to initiate a skirmish or zone the enemy off. There's nothing special to say for late game. At this stage, you are a menace to society. Tanky with tons of damage and zoning potential, Dragon and Baron teamfights are in your favor, or any other teamfight in that regard. Anyone with their soul ripped is almost guaranteed to die if they fight you. Fight, maintain vision control, and fight some more. Simple and straightforward. Alright, let's sum it up. Here we go. 1. Oppressive laning. Illaoi can be very oppressive during laning phase with her tentacles and her E skill, Test of Spirit. You can lane bully almost any melee or mid-range character, and can still contest long-range poking champs like Lux and Xerath reasonably well. 2. Anti-ganking kit. Illaoi's entire kit is designed to fight multiple people at once, making her very strong against ganks or bot lane skirmishes. The more people caught in her ult, the more tentacles spawn and the harder it hits. 9 times out of 10, ganking an Illaoi and her ADC will result in one dead enemy jungler. 3. Champion Team Fighter. What's better than landing a 3-man ult during a gank? A 5-man ult during a team fight. If Illaoi gets 5 people in her ult, it is almost an automatic win. Thanks to the Dark Harvest stacks and tank itemization, you'll have no problem sustaining in team fights as well. Now on to her weaknesses. 1. No CC. Pretty self-explanatory here. No CC means no PU, no PU means possibly dead ally ADC. Dead ally ADC equals unhappy person equals toxic flaming. 2. Needs setup. Illaoi is very strong when set up, but also very weak when unprepared. Illaoi's kit revolves around her tentacles, so without her tentacles she is crippled. 3. Bad roams. Illaoi is really immobile and slow, and requires tentacle setup to be effective, making roaming around the map a terrible experience early. You don't have insane bursts or CC to help secure a kill either, so roaming is almost pointless on Illaoi. You kinda just show up and walk around and hope they get scared and run off. Other than that, you're not getting anything out of it. At first, Illaoi support sounded insane. She had no CC and no range, which is already a bad start for a support pick. But Illaoi's E skill is so unique it provides utility in a strange but useful kind of way, allowing her to be useful as a support. It also solves her early game problems of not being able to kill the soul in time since there's an ADC helping. She also has unusual synergy with Aphelios. Her E skill can act as an ammo dump for him to change guns with, and free poke if the enemy beats him early game. It also doesn't make him mess up the wave as well, so it's just a win-win for Aphelios really. Illaoi has definitely been one of my weirdest picks, but she's also become one of my strongest creations. That's it for today folks. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. Consider subscribing if you're interested. I'll catch you guys later. Good night and sweet dreams. Meme Cat, signing off. No, I had to go to try and then fuck! I remembered wrong.
Okay, now we go.
Oh shit! Hit it! Oh, get the Graves! Get the Graves type beat! Fuck him up! Get him! Get him!
We're out,
Get
we're out,
him.
we're out.
Two.
No, we're not
Shit,
out!
we're still going in.
We're not out, baby!
Right.
Fuck you! That's right! Fuck you!